Hey, what's going on? So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can build an entire content marketing team that you can be able to interact with through Slack, all built on the back end with n8n low-code tools. And this is one AI agent. So just to walk you through, you're a business owner. This is complicated. I'm not going to go nitty-gritty into the details on each node. What I'm going to tell you is the thinking behind it, because once you understand the thinking behind it, then you'll be able to see how you could apply it for yourself in your own business. So what's happening here is, yes, of course, you could be in your own ChatGPT, in your own Claude, having it make content for you, but I'm sure that you've got 100 different little chats and it's hard to keep up with what's where, who's made what. And then also it's very singular. It's only you interacting with it, and your team members can't really see what's going on. So the visibility aspect and the collaboration piece isn't there, and that's why we're putting everything through Slack. Let me pull up my Slack. We can see I've been interacting with it. I put it in this separate channel. So let's just say we go, hey bot v2. And it gives me a variety of options. Hey, do we want to make a Twitter post, a blog post, a newsletter, Instagram reel, sales email, a graphic, LinkedIn post? Maybe we want to ask something custom. You could easily select whatever types of assets that you want to create for yourself. This is fully customizable. Let's just say we have a newsletter. And it says, hey, how do you want to start? I have a concept that I want to come up with on my own. Tell me what it should be about. Let's just generate one at random. It's going to take a second here. The reason that it's taking a second here is because what it's doing is that we have everything on the back end. All of these nodes always have something called a Supabase connected to it. And so Supabase is this tool where you can just dump a ton of data into a database so that you can have your AI agents pull from it. So in this situation, what we did was we put in all of our transcripts from meetings that we had over the past 2 years. And in those, we are able to grab out the way that we talk. We are able to grab questions that people ask us so that we can create sales assets. We can create content based on what people are asking for. There's so many, maybe you give an SOP on the call and you can easily turn that into internal documentation that you can have for your team members. The possibilities here are endless, and I guarantee you, if you're a business, you have a gold mine of data that you are just not using to be able to make more effective decisions. So that's Supabase, and across all of these, Supabase. Another thing that worth mentioning is that we have a Google Doc connected to it, which is our brand DNA. So you have a way of speaking. You probably like, this is what we want our brand to represent. This is the tonality. This is the language. This is who we're targeting. That is connected to every single AI agent you see here, because that is going to allow it to write it in that context. So the combination of these two are very powerful in getting the exact type of writing and style that you want. Let's go back to Slack. And here's what I'm thinking for the newsletter. Subject line, hook, direction. So the reason that your AI outputs aren't as good as you would like is probably because you're asking it to do everything in one go. Hey, write me the hook. Hey, write me the direction. Hey, write me this. And then you're like, wait, why is it like that? It's not very good. And so you still have to think about it like a marketing person, where the subject line and the hook or the headline are going to be the most important things no matter what you're advertising. A newsletter, a short form piece of content, a long form piece of content. add. It all starts with the hook or headline. We specifically ask through this concept agent, hey, this is what we're thinking for the hook and the direction. Once you're able to do this, then we could either say, hey, edit this concept. We could say, and then we could say, make the hook punchier, focus more on ROI, less corporate tone. We could try a different concept, or we could even write it and approve the draft, and it would give us the entire draft all in here. Again, what's really important to note is that we have it all interacting within this particular channel, but you could easily, let's say you have a separate channel for your content team, you have a separate channel for your sales team, and so you could be branching it off and having organized thoughts, and anyone in this channel can be using it. And so that solves the problem of you being hunkered down in your individual ChatGPT Claude interface, or maybe you're not even using those, and now you can have your whole team accessing it and collaborating together to be able to do this. Or if you don't have a team, you can do it yourself. It doesn't matter. And so these branches are all just the nodes of, do we want to create a quote graphic, line, hook, direction? And we have it all in here. You can approve, and that can actually then send out the email, depending on who your email service provider is, whatever tool you're using. So that is one step further you can go if you would like. Some people just like having the draft here. And so that is the full system that you can have end to end with Slack to be able to improve collaboration between your content, within your content marketing team, but also to be able, again, make sure that your outputs are much better by separating everything out and having your database and your brand DNA document tied to it. All of these code nodes here are just stuff on the back end with interacting with with the UI and all you saw on Slack. That's everything you see with all of these code nodes. For an example, we're just formatting all of this. But anyways, hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Would love to help any way that I can. Again, the purpose of this was just to expand your mind and to see what's possible in terms of how you could be interacting with these tools, how you can improve your collaboration, but also how you could start generating more content assets on demand without being hunkered down in your ChatGPT. So cheers and have a great rest of your day. Thanks.